Alrighty, so I have a few different applications that I would like to share with you that I would personally use in my classroom. The first being Kahoot. I would use Kahoot to review for a test, for students to take a quiz using Kahoot, and also to assess what they know prior to me going over a lesson, and then to use it at the end of the lesson to see if they've learned more than what they previously knew. So to give you a little idea of how Kahoot works, it is a create your own quiz or use quizzes that are already made. You can go to the Explore Games if you just want to use one that's already been made. And it has numerous different subject materials and different ideas. So for me, it would be physical science or physics that I would go to. And then you can just click on any of the topics that fit the kind of theme of your lesson. So I could just go here, press play, and then pops up is the actual quiz itself. And it is a public quiz, so anyone can use it. And then you can sign up, which I would have students do, have their own account, and then that would be able to track how they're doing throughout the quiz. And then it just shows you the quizzes. You can click on one and then say which one's right and wrong. So I think it's a really great tool to use. It promotes team building, collaboration. It gives them a little fun way of testing their knowledge on the subject that I'm trying to teach. And it's not as stressful because it is kind of competitive, but it's fun competitiveness. And I'd use it in all sorts of ways. Also, it has a homework tool, which I would love to use and assign homework assignments based off these little quizzes for kind of just a review of what they learned that day in class. The next tool that I have here is Remind, or previously known as Remind 101, and it is a communication app and website. So you can see I have my screen here where it says good evening and it gives me my account and a bunch of different options. I have my class here, Physics 101. It's not a real class. I'm not a teacher quite yet, but you can create it for a class. You can join a class. Then you can message students with it. You can message parents as well for announcements and reminders to do certain things. You can also upload files, so you can send students and parents certain things, so like permission slips or report cards and so forth. And it's just a great tool between parents, teachers, and students where everyone knows that they can get in contact with one another in a safe place, safe environment. And I do have settings where I can control what is being sent between students as well. So I really would love to use this as a way to communicate with my students and parents. And the last tool I would like to show is Jeopardy Labs, where I can create these little games to test student knowledge again, where I can create my own board, or I can find a Jeopardy board that's already made. I can also use some of their other products from Jeopardy Lab, like crossword, bingo, and word search, and those would be more for homework assignments if I were to use those, which I think I will. And the way to use it is just as simple as Kahoot. In this case, I would go to find a Jeopardy game, type in the subject material, so physics, and then it pops up thousands of matches based off of certain things. And then I just go ahead and click one that I like, say how many teams I want to do. So this would be like a review game that I'd have with students before a test or quiz. Hit start, and then bam. Now it's just like Jeopardy. Go ahead, click a question, have them answer within a time amount, and then hit spacebar for the answer to show up. So it's really easy, and they have loads and loads of different options for me to choose from. So overall, to kind of go over everything again, Kahoot would be a great tool to review and also give homework assignments. Remind is for communication between parents, students, and myself. And then Jeopardy, again, would be for review and possible homework of a different sort. There are plenty more options for me to go over, but these three I find were really effective for what I want to do in my own classroom.